Happy Friday, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to Mass Appeal today. I'm Seth Stutman.
And I'm Ashley Cole. You know, I think the hardest thing after a long day at work is coming home and thinking, what am I going to make for my family?
It's that, and it's trying to exercise, because after a long, hard day at work, the last thing you want to do is exercise. Luckily, we're going to help you with both of them today. I've got my exercise pants on. We're going to do some fitness work a little bit later in the show, but first we have a quick, easy recipe, but it doesn't sound that quick, but it really is easy to make.
And it's inexpensive, and it's healthy, and your family will love it, and that's good news. We're here with Chef Franco Del Olio, and he's going to show us a great recipe.
Hello,
welcome
how are
back.
you?
Nice to have you.
See you
Good to see you again. You have one
Yes.
of your students with you
Yes,
today.
and she's right here.
And she's fabulous.
She's going to help, and this is easy. Okay, it sounds wonderful. Of course, it's going to taste really, really good.
Because when I was looking at the recipe, I thought to myself, this can't be that easy, but you're saying it's easy and
Yes,
we can make it
is.
right when we get back from work.
First of all, actually, you're going to get the chicken breast, but now these days you can go to the store and get a chicken cutlet, which they are already nice and thin. All right, that makes it even faster to
Cut
cook.
down on more time.
Okay, then we're gonna have that with a seared radicchio. Radicchio is almost just like a lettuce, but
Yeah, it
it's
looks
reddish.
like it's in the cabbage family almost,
Okay,
too, the way that it's...
just about, but it's still lettuce, and it's little on the bitter side, but it's sweet.
like arugula.
Arugula, just about.
But you're going to sear it, so is that going to change the bitter taste at all, or?
A little bit, but also we're gonna drizzle the sauce over.
Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself,
This is
aren't
so
I?
exciting.
Okay, well, I'll let you take it step
anyway,
by step.
what I have nice boneless chicken breast, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fillet it, and I'm gonna cut into cutlet. Okay.
So you're making it even thinner.
even thinner, so we can cook it faster.
Oh,
But
right.
if you go to the store and you have no time to do this because you have a long day, you work so hard, so you already buy this already made like that.
Now, Chef Franco, what do you think about pounding the chicken? A lot of times, is that something you can do?
Sure you can.
Okay.
You sure can.
Make sure if you're going to use a hammer to put some saran wrap, something over the top, or else you have chicken everywhere.
Chicken everywhere, they start splashing at
it's the
you in your
worst.
eyes.
It's like a bath.
And then you're spreading salmonella everywhere.
But what about the hammer? Is it going to, I hope it's a clean hammer.
Oh, no, that's the saran
No,
wrap.
no,
You put
no
the saran
hammer.
wrap.
Oh.
Oh, you don't use a hammer?
That's called a mallet.
Huh. Oh, okay. No wonder I've been doing it so poorly.
Hammer is for nails in your wall, right?
Okay, so
Okay, so that's
now
you
we're
fillet
gonna
the
put olive oil
chicken. Okay.
in the pan. Okay.
Olive oil, okay.
And we're gonna dredge your chicken breast in the flour. Okay.
Just flour.
Just flour. I put a pinch of salt and a little pepper.
Okay.
Okay, just to season it.
All right. Now, whenever I do dredging, I always do it on a plate. I notice you do it in a bowl.
You can do it. either
Why
way.
get-
But
You
I
get
think
messy if you do it on a plate.
I know. I don't know
Then
why.
you have flour
You know
and
why?
chicken
Then
and
it doesn't
salmonella
splash everywhere.
Well, thank goodness for Mass Appeal, right? That's how I learned
See?
how to be a better chef.
That's
And a
right.
better
That's why I
person.
come here. You know,
That's right.
just to teach you things.
That's right. Okay, so you really got to get it covered.
Yeah.
Now, are we
and
putting anything on it besides the flour and the touch of salt and pepper?
Not at this point.
Okay,
no.
just that.
You just want to saute and brown a little bit, and then we're gonna put it on the side, and we're gonna do the rest of the sauce.
Perfect.
I'm gonna put all the other ingredients. So we have a mustard. It's Dijon mustard. I have capers. I have lemon juice.
The nice thing about capers, too, is they're so salty, it cuts down on the amount of salt
Yeah.
that you need to put in it.
So what you're gonna do, if you don't want to have that saltiness, you just rinse it under cold water.
That takes some of the salt out?
Yeah.
See, because that's always my gripe
Okay,
with
this thing
capers. I
is not
taste them, they're way
working.
too salty for me.
Yeah, way too salty.
Yeah. Okay.
So we dredge the chicken, and then we sear it up there.
And that is ready.
Almost.
Well,
See, because
let's-
that's the thing, you want to put it in a hot pan.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll check back in. We'll get those all
Okay.
seared up, and then we'll finish the sauce. We'll finish the
make the
recipe.
sauce. You're gonna see how I'm gonna cut that when I'm gonna quarter it.
Nice.
And we're going to actually cook that in the same pan.
One pan.
All right,
Even-
one pan.
This just gets
See,
better and
all right,
better.
I'm
That's
convinced.
it. And also you can use paper plates so you don't have to wash anything.
Exactly.
Okay.
I might do this tonight.
That's a
little easy
family-friendly
cleanup.
meal. Thank you, Chef
All
Franco.
right.
We'll be back to check in on the recipe
all
and to
right.
finish it up.
Welcome back to Mass Appeal, and we are back with Chef Franco Del Olio. He's a culinary arts instructor. He's brought a student assistant with him, and we're finishing up our seared chicken dish. You said this is
Okay.
easy to make, and so far, very easy. So
Very easy.
We,
So-
we put the chicken into some flour,
Yes,
and
I
we
did.
seared the chicken with a little bit of olive oil.
Yes.
And it's done now. So what's the
Now
next
the
step?
chicken, I saute the chicken. Then after that, I pour the chicken broth in it. I let it reduce to 3/4 of a cup because I put a 1 cup of chicken broth, 3/4 of a cup. Then what I did, I put the mustard, the capers, and the
Salt and pepper?
Salt and pepper again, and
Okay.
the lemon juice.
Perfect.
All right. Now I have also the butter.
Okay.
Okay.
A little bit of butter.
We're gonna put the butter in the sauce. The sauce, we're gonna warm it up in the same pan again.
With the chicken, okay.
All right. Now we're going to sear
The radicchio.
the radicchio.
And
all
now,
right?
yeah, we were talking earlier, it's a lettuce, but it's also similar to a cabbage, but it has a slight bitter taste like arugula.
Yes.
And
But
you
the-
can you find this at most supermarkets?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So radicchio.
Some butter.
So a little
in
bit of
there.
butter, and then is the sauce going to go back in?
We're gonna take the radicchio out. I'm gonna plate that.
Okay.
I'm gonna wipe this. I'm gonna just do everything in one pan.
One pan, so it's easy. This is something that
All right.
you get home from work at 5 o'clock, you can have it done by.
I quartered
Before
the radicchio. Depends how big it is. You know, you can also do it like I did in 6 parts. Okay.
But it
you
looks
want to leave the
gorgeous.
core on it so it doesn't fall apart.
This is a really good look.
All right. So you want to sear it on both sides until it's lightly charred. Go ahead, sir.
There we go.
In the meantime, we're going to chop some of the parsley for our sprinkle on the sauce later.
Can we talk knife skills for a second? Because I think a lot of people
Yes.
don't know how to do it. So you hold the knife like so.
Yep.
Now, what's the next step?
Next step is to just put all your ingredients that you need in a pile.
Okay.
Okay. And what I do, I put my point down.
And always keep the point down?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I just do this.
So
and
you
I
almost
slide,
never-
I almost slide the knife through the cutting board.
And if you watch, he's never lifting the knife off the cutting board. It's always, there's a part of knife always on the cutting board.
Yes, I do.
This way it's
Unless
safer
you
too.
have a lot of ingredients, then you can do this.
Really
If
chop.
you want to have some fun, just you want to show off.
Safe fun, because this is summer safety. Summer
Exactly.
safety month here on Massive
All right.
Deal.
Okay,
So shall we plate one up? We have about a minute left.
that's right. Okay, so now I need the.
So a little bit of seared radicchio.
There you can see the little brownness into
Mm-hmm.
that.
But it's the purple color that really makes this something special.
It smells good.
Really good.
All right, so
So a little bit of radicchio on the plate.
and then we have
And this chicken breast, if people missed it earlier, we cut it into filet style.
yes.
And you can also pound it if you'd like. There's a bunch of ways to do it, but this makes it cook much quicker. Mm-hmm. And you can buy it like this in the grocery store now too.
Oh yeah. It's about $5.99 a pound. It's not cheap.
No.
Okay, but
But sometimes, you know, if you don't have a lot of time and you want to eat well, you have to pay a little bit extra.
yes.
And now the sauce. So we're going to finish these in the sauce.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
top
what
it
I'm
with a little
gonna
bit of
do-
sauce too. Oh man, this looks good. Now, can you overcook this? Because I know there's butter in here, so you don't want to cook it too much or it might burn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So a little bit of this. And now, do we put a little sauce on the radicchio too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it smells so fragrant, so good. Chef Franco, always a pleasure having you here. And when I was reading the recipe earlier, I thought there's no way that you can do this meal quickly, but you can. It's easier than you think. Thank you so
You're
much for stopping
wonderful.
by. And thanks to your student too for helping
Parsley,
out.
parsley.
Excellent work. A little parsley on top.
And we do something like this.
Just a
And
split lemon.
There you go.
That looks like a $15 dish. You go out for dinner, you get that. You pay 15, 20 bucks. Here we did it probably for under
There you
$5.
go.
If you want this recipe, by the way, just go to our website, mymassappeal.com, a little later today.